Let's now distinguish compound propositions from simple propositions. If a proposition has at least one connective, it's compound. If it has no connectives, it's simple. For example, the statement Mary J. Blige is a singer and Jamie Foxx is an actor contains a connective, the word and, so it's compound. It consists of two simple propositions. Mary J. Blige is a singer and Jamie Foxx is an actor. One way to transform a simple proposition into a compound proposition is to negate it. For example, the simple proposition Jamie Foxx is an actor can be made into a compound proposition by denying the original statement. If we negate the original simple statement, we create a compound proposition. Jamie Foxx is not an actor. Why is this compound? Because we're really saying that it's not the case that Jamie Foxx is an actor, which consists of two simple statements. It is not the case, and Jamie Foxx is an actor. Let's summarize what we've said so far. A proposition is compound if and only if it is affected by a truth functional connective. Otherwise, the proposition is simple. The truth value of a compound proposition is determined entirely by the truth values of its component proposition or propositions, and negation is the only connective that can affect a single proposition. Logical negation is usually just expressed in English as not and is symbolized by a little squiggly line called a tilde. When we negate a simple statement, it becomes compound, as in these examples. Oxygen is not the lightest element. We can symbolize this compound as tilde O. Here's a second example. It is not the case that Mary is at the library. We can symbolize this compound statement as tilde M. The concept of scope is extremely important. It refers to the area or domain of control that a statement connective has. A negation has a scope that extends only to the statement it negates. When a negation is used, some very simple rules apply. If the statement that is being negated is true, the negation as a whole is false. If the statement that is being negated is false, the negation as a whole is true. So it works like this. If P is true, tilde P is false. If P is false, tilde P is true. Anytime you have a pair of negations, that is to say, a double negation, the negations cancel each other. Here's an example. It is not the case that Pablo is not Latino. That's logically the same as saying Pablo is Latino. Let's wrap up negation. We can express negation with different phrases, such as, it's not true that, or it's false that, or it never happened that. We can even use prefixes like in, un, and non. So something like Condoleezza Rice is unmarried is really a compound statement of negation that can be fully expressed as, it is not the case that Condoleezza Rice is married. Here's another example. Uncle Irving is a non-voter is logically equivalent to saying Uncle Irving is not a voter. This concludes this segment. Please proceed to the next segment.